The semantic event horizon. Okay, what is that? Well, we're about to dive into a concept that could honestly change the way you think about, well, thinking itself. The idea is that there are some thoughts, some ideas that are literally impossible for us to even grasp. So check out this quote. We think we describe the world with words. The truth is, words create the world. We usually think of language as just a tool, right? We use it to label things. But what if that's completely backward? What if language is this active, powerful force that actually builds our reality? That's the huge idea we're digging into today. And this brings up a really personal question, one for you to think about. What if the limits of your language are actually the limits of your world? I mean, are the very boundaries of what you can see, what you can understand, even the problems you can solve, are they all just drawn by the words you happen to know?
Okay, so to really get this, we've got to start with this core principle. Words create worlds.
Think about it like this. Your vocabulary, it doesn't just label your reality, it actually builds it. Imagine words are like Legos for your thoughts. If you only have a few simple, basic blocks, you can only build really simple things. That's why this is so important. Your vocabulary isn't just for naming stuff, it's the literal architecture of your mind. Now, this isn't just some abstract philosophical idea, okay? It actually explains a really common, super frustrating feeling that I know we've all had. It's the real reason you're stuck. You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're just stuck on a problem you can't seem to solve. You're running in circles, hitting the same wall over and over again, and you feel like you're completely out of options. But here's the kicker. What if the reason you're stuck has nothing to do with the problem itself and everything to do with how you're thinking about it? So why do we get stuck? The old diagnosis, the one we all jump to, is a lack of external stuff. Not enough money, not enough time, don't know the right people. But the real diagnosis is something else entirely. It's a lack of internal syntax. We just don't have the right words to define the problem. The issue isn't out there in the world, it's right here, in our heads. It's like we're operating on outdated software. You're trying to run the super complex, high-def program of modern life, but you're using the vocabulary of a peasant. You know, just simple words like happy or sad, good or bad. When you try to describe a really nuanced situation with a word like bad, it just falls apart. It's the wrong tool for the job. Your vocabulary can't handle the complexity. So this mental barrier, this boundary made of words, it actually has a name. And this is the core idea of this whole explainer. It's called your semantic event horizon. Okay, to get this, let's take a quick trip to space. In astrophysics, an event horizon is basically the point of no return around a black hole. It's this boundary where gravity gets so intense that nothing, not even light, can escape once it crosses. It's just gone. You can't see past. All right, now take that exact same idea and apply it to your own mind. A semantic event horizon is the boundary of your vocabulary. It's the edge of your personal world of thought. Anything beyond that line, beyond the words you know, can't be seen. It can't be processed. It literally cannot be thought. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. You cannot think a thought if you don't have the specific word for it. It's not just that it's hard to think about it. The argument here is that it's actually impossible. The word is like the bucket that holds the idea. If you don't have the bucket, you can't hold the idea. It just slips away. So, if we're all trapped behind this invisible wall, how do we break through? Well, the answer isn't to just bang your head against it harder. It's about finding the right keys to unlock whole new ways of thinking. We're talking about unlocking with semantic keys. Exactly. The solution isn't to work harder. It's to find the right semantic key. Thinking harder with the same old words is like trying to force a locked door open. It's not going to work. What you need is the key, that one precise word that perfectly captures the nuance of what you're dealing with. Let's look at the power of nuance here with an example. Say you're feeling really conflicted about something. You might just call it a paradox, but a paradox is usually about something contradictory out in the world. But then you discover the term cognitive dissonance. Ah, that's a game changer. That's the mental discomfort you feel when you hold two contradictory beliefs inside yourself. See? Just having that specific term completely changes how you understand the problem. And this quote from the TAN paradigm really nails it. I don't teach you how to solve problems. I give you the semantic keys to unlock the problem. The point isn't to give you the answer. It's to give you the word. Because once you can name the nuance, the solution renders itself. The moment you can label it precisely, the path forward just appears.
So how can you actually use this? Here's a simple process for unlocking a problem. Step 1, just recognize that feeling of being stuck. Step 2, question the words you're using. Are they too simple? Are you just calling it good or bad? Step 3, go find the right semantic P. Actively look for a more precise word. And then, step 4, just watch as the solution basically renders itself.
All right, so what's the big picture? What does all this mean for you, personally? It's all about learning to see beyond your horizon. And this might be the most important takeaway of all. Your personal growth isn't really limited by your potential, it's limited by the vocabulary you use to understand yourself and your challenges. If you want to expand your world, you have to expand your words first. So, I'm going to leave you with this question to really think about. Look at some area in your life right now where you feel completely stuck, and ask yourself this: what problem in your life would solve itself if only you had the right word for it?